Okay, so now that we know what a complex number is, our job is to figure out how to do all of this stuff with complex numbers. And so we're going to start off with, how do you graph a complex number? We can graph regular numbers, we can graph coordinate pairs of numbers. Now we need to figure out, how do we graph an imaginary number? How do we graph complex numbers? Right? So the way we're going to change things is, instead of it being an axis, we're going to use the same axis, but instead of it being x down here and y up here, we're going to change it. Okay, and we're going to get rid of x and y, because we're not talking about a two-part number anymore. We're going to say this is the real part of the complex number, and this is the imaginary part. Okay, so we call this the complex axis, or the imaginary axis. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to use the a and the b values. Remember, all of these complex numbers can be written as a plus bi. We're going to use the a value, the real number part of the complex number, and we're going to move left and right with that. And then we're going to take the b part of it, and we're going to move up and down with that, because the imaginary axis is up and down. So for example, if I had 5 plus 2i, this would be my a value, and 2 would be my b value. So I'm going to say, move along the real axis, however many units the real number says, which it says in this case to move 5 units to the right, because it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it says, the b says move up 2. So I would say this point right here is 5 plus 2i. Okay? And I could do that with any numbers that I want. So let's take a look at a couple of more examples of things that we can graph.